worship pastor here at Rosewood Community Church. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out. I have a few announcements for you this morning. Oh, yeah. As you can tell, I'm used to doing this on Sunday morning. First of all, restrooms. We will have no intermission tonight. It's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes, but there will be no intermission. We will take up an offering, so make sure you don't go to the restroom while we're taking an offering. Restrooms are in the back, either side. It's fine. It is unisex, so either men and women can use it, but not at the same time. If you go out these doors, please note the exits, by the way, as well. All these are exit signs. If you go out these doors, though, you cannot come back, enter in the back door. You have to go back to the front. All right. Also, take your cell phone. Everybody, hold up your cell phone, please. Put it in the off or the vibrate position. Again, no intermission, but about halfway through, we'll take up an offering. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Who's ready to have some fun? I'd like to introduce to you Taylor Mason. Taylor is a singer-songwriter, ventriloquist, and comedian. He has worked with Disney Cruise Lines and churches, corporations, any event you want him for, you can hire him. Even this church. So please, round of applause for Taylor today.
Thank you so much. First of all, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I am thrilled to be in a church. Oh my gosh. So, and you know, it's funny how the Bible can speak to us out of where you are with your faith, and there's nothing I can do about that, but I will say there are things in the Bible that relate directly to the way we're living today. There is a prepositional phrase that's repeated throughout the Bible. There's one of my favorites is all things must pass. Ecclesiastes is my favorite, book because, yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for that because the Ecclesiastes deal with it, it is what it is. And I've never been so aware of it tonight, driving here through Bradenton. Trying to make a left-hand turn. Oh, what an awesome experience that was. My goodness. Okay, I'm thrilled to be in this gorgeous church in this beautiful part of the United States of America. Thank you for coming out. And no, yes, retirees here, good for you. This is a gorgeous place to retire. I just want to get started with everything I got. I'm not a rant guy. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not going to go rant. I am apolitical. So we're not going to go there, unlike most comedians today. There's just a whole bunch of differences between me. And let's get this out of the way right now, too, okay? Just to bare my soul before we start a little presentation. I am a comedian who's a Christian. I am not a Christian comedian. Comedian who's Christian, but not a Christian comedian. What's the difference? Here's one. I will not be selling anything. Jesus is my Savior, but not even He can sell my DVDs. Thrilled to be here. I live in New Jersey. We're New Jersey people. 31 degrees there this morning. 31 when I left. Yeah, New Jersey is the only state in America where we use air freshener outdoors. Everybody laughs at that. I'm born and raised in Illinois. Any Illinois people here? Oh, yeah. Well, Illinois, if you're not familiar, Illinois is the kind of state, well, to define Illinois for you non-Illinoisans, this is my definition of the state of Illinois. Illinois is the one state in America where the current governor is driving a car with license plates made by the former governor. I've lived all over the country. I lived in California, in the Los Angeles, Southern California, LA area. For many years, that never gets applause, and I understand completely. And that's that's fine. Well, one thing about New Jersey, there's no self-serve at the gas pump in New Jersey. There's no self-serve, which is great if you're from New Jersey, because you pull into the gas station, and by law, an employee there, a service person, I'm going to talk about service, a service person comes out and fills your tank. Old school. Now, you go to any other state in the union, it's all self-serve. So what's the point? I'm from New Jersey. I've lived there for years. You get used to that. So you come to Florida, and now you want to fill your gas tank. You're basically going to be taking an exam at the gas pump. It's a test you never studied for, and you never got the syllabus. Do you want to pay inside or out here? No. Do you want to pay cash or credit? No. I don't even know what I'm doing. I look at the guy next to me just to get an idea of what's supposed to happen. Then I hear over the intercom, pump number 6, keep your eyes on your own pump, please. What a world we live in, my gosh. And people, you know, I'm just so glad to be with you in a church. I went through, I picked up a hymnal for later, and of course this, right here, Christian people, this is a church bulletin, or what we in the church like to call a receipt. Okay. Proof that I was there, right? Yes. Thank you, sir, for coughing at that joke. I went to dress better for the program. The idea of service. This is one thing about if you're not a devout person of faith. It's one reason Christian people find the world so frustrating, because we understand the idea of service, how to serve our fellow man. In a nation that is bitter, divorced, angry, and coming apart, it seems Christian people still get the idea of service, which is lost on the rest of the planet. And here's an example. I'm at this store today. I went to dress better for this program. So I'm in Tampa, and I went to the mall, beautiful showcase mall, and there's a store there called Armani, Giorgio Armani, Italian fine clothing. I'm going to dress for the program tonight. I was in there 2 minutes. I wrote this slogan, welcome to Armani, where your money becomes And this little man is measuring my inseam, which was so upsetting because I was buying a tie. And it turned out the guy didn't even work there. It was just some guy who wandered in the mall and he's down there. Oh, it was just so awful. I leave, you know, where are we as a country? I leave, I get the news, I get this news flash on my iPhone. I guess winning the Super Bowl isn't enough for some owners. You know. So I went to get a smoothie. My gosh, I went to get a smoothie. And this is where we are. As in, we just can't serve one another now. We can't do it. I mean, with one other person, he's in front of me at the smoothie store. The girl behind the counter, him, and me, 3 of us in the store. He gets to the counter, and the server says, yeah. And he didn't understand her, and who was, right? And he was very nice and very gracious man. He said, excuse me. And she does the same thing. The server does this. And the poor man, Asian man, very sweet, doesn't speak Carney. So he says, excuse me, I didn't understand you. And then she got mad at him. The server got mad at the server and screamed, can I help you? And he ordered his smoothie and she screamed, give me your name, I'll write it on the cup so I'll remember who you are. He said, my name is Hua. She said, what? He said, no, my name is Hua. She said, spell it. He said, H-W-A. She said, you go stand over there and I'll call your name when it's ready. Now it's my turn. I'm still reeling from the inseam incident. I get to the counter and she does the same thing. I said, yeah. And she's from the city, so she one-ups me. She goes, look, Blake. Now I have to think on my feet and be in the moment. I'm terrible at that. I need everything scripted out. So, all right, I'm a comedian. I've got to have A to Z. And now I'm off my game. Or chocolate strawberry. I order my smoothie, and then she does the same thing. Give me your name. I'll write it on the cup, so I'll remember who you are. I said, my name is Wah. And she looked at me in a way that our dog looks at our kids when they're holding a cookie. I said, I'll spell it H-W-A-Wah. She said, are you Asian? I said, yes, I am. I'll go stand with my brother. When do you lose the ability to serve one another, my gosh, and just be decent? And I make an effort. I really do. I'm not the most gregarious person in the world, but, I am a man of faith. I was brought up by wonderful people, supportive family and all that. And here's another example. Just trying to get through the mud that we all, there's not enough mud flies. I'm out in front of the smoothie store with my smoothie and my iPhone. Smoothie, iPhone. The reason I have an iPhone is so that I can check the time on my iPhone and my Apple Watch and make sure everything is in sync. And out of the blue, this guy comes up to me and he says, Peter? I said, excuse me? He said, are you Peter? No, I'm not Peter. He's mad. Runs into the smoothie store. I turn to leave, and this happens a lot. Another person, out of the blue, comes up and says, Dave? I said, Peter? He said, yeah. I said, he's inside. He's waiting for you. Because we can take a step. We can live our life in a quote-unquote Christian manner. We can do that. Right? It's hard. I mean, there's just so much stuff that is going on around the planet. This is why I'm so glad to be in the house of the Lord. The choir didn't show up. I'm so glad in the house of the Lord. Because, here's another great example. I'm driving here. I'm in a parking lot. I rented a smart car, okay? I'm trying to be hip, current, trendy, okay? Woke, as they like to say now, all right? I'm trying to deal with what's real, so I've got a smart car. I'm at the rental car dealer today, and here's this thing. I thought it was a stroller. And she said, no, it's a smart car, and I picked it up. So I rented it, all right? There were 7 clowns in the back. They left. And then I'm in the parking lot at this mall in Tampa, and I'm so glad I can get this off my chest. We just can't treat each other decently. I get cut off by a guy in a Hummer, okay? Hummer. He's in a Hummer smart car. He could turn on his windshield like we're in jettison me across the I'll be honest with you, I used to say Hummers. Well, how ostentatious is that? But then my neighbor got a Hummer. I couldn't help myself. I mean, I'm just so intrigued by the idea of this tank, right? I walked by his house. I couldn't help myself. I looked in the grill. On a Hummer, it's not a grill. It's a cage. And inside were 3 little environmentalists on bicycles. It was just the most amazing thing. And I shouted, are you guys okay? And they're like, oh yeah, can you get us a sandwich? Anyway, all right, so I'm in a parking lot at the mall in Tampa. I'm in a smart car cut off by a Hummer. Bad enough. But then, and here's the kicker, okay? Here's the trigger, all right? Here's the fulcrum at which I couldn't take it anymore. He cuts off an elderly woman in a 1997 Malibu. You know who I'm talking about. Can't see over the dashboard. Can't see the hood ornament, but I can still drive. Okay, he cuts her off. I'm so upset that I follow Hummer Boy through the parking lot. He pulled into a handicapped parking spot. Yes, I know. And then, just to top everything off, to put a cherry on the insanity of the moment, he jumps out of the Hummer. What is that, 60 feet? He parachutes out of the Hummer. Runs into them. I wrote him a note. I was livid. Dear sir, I was so upset. If you take a disabled person's parking spot, then you better also take their disability. Took me an hour and a half to think of it and write it. With the edge of my key in the hood. No, I didn't. I was thinking about it. Well, this is such a nice group. And, you know, I know we're in Anna Maria Island and you have a lot of other entertainment opportunities. So, thanks for breaking away from all the action. No wonder there's so many people here. There's literally nothing left to do after 8 o'clock at night. And maybe that's the point. I don't know. I always like to start the program. This is the church bulletin, and I just love church bulletins, or as I like to call it, the Christian man's receipt. Did you go to church? Oh, I was there. I was there. This is proof. I always like to start my program with what I like to call a word. Let's see, I need a gentleman to help me. Who can I get here? Who will be so kind? There's a gentleman sitting, very nice gentleman, all the way in the end of this first pew, being nudged by the woman next to him. I need your help, sir. Come on up here. You've got great legs. Come on up here. Give him a big round of applause. I'm not going to hurt you, and I don't make fun of people. That's not what I do. Okay? What is your name? Dale. Everybody say hi, Dale. Dale, as you can see, I'm holding here the church bulletin. You go to church here? You do? Good. That's even better, so you're familiar with this, obviously. Good for you. What do you do for a living? Are you retired? Somewhat. Oh, you're an insurance guy, so you're never really retired. That's fantastic, Dale. Life insurance, car insurance, what kind of insurance? Life insurance. Well, let me take a minute of your time right now to save you a lifetime of worry. Oh, wait, that's your one. All right, sorry. That's one of my oldest jokes and one of my favorites. Pretend we're doing we're going to do a policy here. All right, we're going to do a term $1.8 million policy. I need you to hold this pen just like this. Don't move it. Pretend I'm in your office and we are now discussing, and you'll say to me, what do you do for a living? And I'm going to say, I'm a comedian and a ventriloquist. That's the appropriate response, Dale. Not even the words of London will reassure me. Yeah, you got that joke. Yeah, I agree. I want you to just circle a word. And don't look at it. Just use your pen. I want this to be totally up. Just circle a word with your pen like that. Underneath, right underneath there like that. Oh, you got it. Perfect stop. I need you to read the word. Did you circle the word?
Share.
Excuse me?
Share.
Share. And you'll be sunny. All right. Or the word share. S-H-A-R-E. Very good. Put the cap back on that pen, if you will. You're very, very helpful. Thank you so much. So insurance is, you know what, don't do that. Because people are going to say, everybody's going to say when I'm all done with this, oh, that's a pen, that's an electronic pen. And you know, take the cap off and sign this. Okay, so you can show people that it was, no, I'm not all done. Oh, you wanted to steal my pen? You are an insurance agent. All right. Just sign it anywhere you like, buddy. There you go. That's good. So you signed it, right? That's your signature on there. You can go sit down. Give Dale a round of applause. The reason I did that is the Lord works in great ways in my personal life. And let's be honest. We just chose a word. An insurance salesman, a life insurance salesman, somewhat retired, living here in Anna Maria. Who would have thought? Nobody needs insurance. Out of the blue, he circled a word on a church bulletin / receipt. That word was share. Not this iconic singer, no. The word share. Just before the program, I wrote down a word on this piece of paper. Yeah, that's amazing. Some people applaud, but not you guys. There are actually some people here under the age of 40, which is amazing to me. So I'm going to try to cover everybody. When I was a little boy, when I was around your guys' age, I had a lisp. I could not say the letter F. Now, I was raised on a birth to slaughter, forgive me, a birth to slaughter hog operation in Grand Ridge, Illinois. My family still farms. my grandmother, there's grandparents here, so that's why I bring this up. My grandmother and my mother and my parents, they all had a huge influence on what can loosely be termed my career. And it all started with the way my grandmother treated me after I told her, Grandma, they're picking on me at school because I have a lisp. I couldn't say the letter S. Grandma changes me. Without a high school education, Grandma sets me on a career path. Grandma says, you need a skill those kids will respect you for. And she taught me how to sew. I became a sewing lisping. But it gave me a skill that'll keep me in the middle income range for the rest of my life. Seams, stitches, quarter stitches, hems, I can do the whole nine. I can work with a singer and the treble. Okay, so I'm smoking. And my mom, when I was a little boy, my mom would do the laundry and she would roll the socks up in a ball. A lot of people do this. I mean, roll the socks up and fold them inside out so it's a ball of socks with the opening, one of the socks at the top. Instead of just leaving that opening like that, my mother would form it into a smile. And it took me a little while to figure out, but one day, I opened my sock drawer, and there are 15 smiling fuzzballs looking up at me. They're all smiling. There has to be a reason. There is a reason. It's a sock with a smile. And that very morning, I'd been watching television, and there was this lady on TV named Sherry Lewis, and she had a sock on her hand. It was farm animals, and they could talk. Well, it doesn't take a genius. Take the sock, don't put it on your foot, put it on your hand. Hello, hello. And my hand.
Taylor, what talk?
No,
You're not going to talk to the hand.
no. My hand cannot talk.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, stop it. All right. My imaginary friends changed the life. Young people sometimes come up to me after a show and they'll say, those puppets were really scary. And I say, no, those are my imaginary friends come to life. It's what your parents call Facebook. Mom and Dad have 20,000 followers on Twitter, but they're really just imaginary friends that don't exist. Mine are real. Okay? So that's kind of how I've removed myself. Ventriloquism, by the way, is ancient. To make anything talk is... For the young people that are here, there was a time on this planet there were no iPhones and no iPads. There were no Xboxes. There were no Sony PlayStations. There were no speakers, no iPhones, no microphones, no AirPods. Life was a boring, worthless nothingness of nothing. It's like Delaware. Why is there Delaware? What's the point? You know, 2 counties when the tide is out, 1 when the tide is out. It's 2,000 years ago. Jesus' time. You can find examples of, as you well know, Christian people. Ventriloquism is mentioned in the Bible, first book of Samuel, chapter 25, verse 23 through 28. Saul's about to be, I don't have to tell you, Saul's about to be wiped out by the Philistines. He's scared to death. He goes to the witch of Endor, a medium, and she talks to Samuel. He's in the grave, right? Samuel's dead. But the witch of Endor, to help Saul, shouts, Samuel, are you there? Yes. He's there. For the folks who aren't that religious, 2,000 years ago, a man comes to a town, we'll call it Anna Maria. The people of Anna Maria are depressed. You guys nailed that. Good job. All right. The man says to the people, what's the problem? The people say, we need rain to grow our crops. The man says, I know the rain god. I will summon him, and we will get rain for you people. The people come to town. Young people, remember, there are no speakers, no amplification of sound. He's manipulating sound the way I am right now. He gathers everyone just like this to use the acoustics of the situation. Are you guys ready to meet the rain god? They say, yes, get on it. Rain god, are you there? Yes.
Great. Can you make it rain? Yep. You guys, he can make it rain. What do you need to make it rain? Money. You need money. Where would you get the money? From these guys. Huh. But how would they get their money to you? Through you. Through me. So they give me their money and I'll give it to you? Yep, you guys. I went to this little tiny church. Oh, that's great. I went to this little tiny church in Grand Ridge, Illinois, the Deer Park Memorial. First Baptist, Congregational Methodist, Presbyterian Lutheran, First Church of the Pentecost Nazarene, Synagogue and Temple. I was taught how to play the piano by my piano teacher, Mrs. Randall, who was an old school stride piano teacher. Introduction to show business, as it were. She used to say, if you can play like this, you'll be the hit of every party. I got hit at every party. Other kids would come to show and tell, and they'd have dolls, and they'd have video games. I'd come in and play Bach. All four parts of the well-tempered clavier. And it was so neat because the class used to rise as one, come forward and beat the living daylights out of it. Yeah, she played that stride piano, okay? You know, her favorite hymn was this old, like 1940s Southern gospel. Well, and she'd sing it too. My life was once filled with sorrow, so much sorrow and grief, until I let the Savior into my heart. I just couldn't get any relief. Now I'm learning all these classical songs, Bach. You'll know this one. Right? That great American iconic classical song written by United Airlines. And if you take those chords from all those, chords from all those 1970s, I'd be listening to 70s pop songs and at the same time playing all these church songs and classical music. But if you take classical music and meld it with pop songs, okay, it all comes out like... Turn it up a little bit, Al, so we can hear. Yeah. My mom would hear me playing this. She'd say, "What's that?" I'd say, "It's Chopin, Mom." One day, Mrs. Rand was so impressed. She said, "And now Taylor Mason will play my favorite hymn, Worry No More." And of course, she thought she was going to get it. But what came out was what I've been learning on pop radio in the 70s. Well, my life was once filled with sorrow. So much sorrow and grief. Until I let a Savior come into my heart. I just couldn't get any relief. Right there, she had a heart attack. All right, church. I didn't bring a drummer with me, so I need somebody to help me out. Maybe put their hands together and give me a beat. Come on. Lord, I want to thank you so much for sending me to Anna Maria Island. I know they said there'd be a comedy show here tonight. And you all thought comedy, all right, Jay Leno, Chris Rock, Jeff Dunham, maybe we'll have somebody good this year. And Rosa Church, and then I walked up here. And you're all saying, who is this? Well, my name is Taylor Mason, and I'm someone you can afford. I'm a coupon comedian. I said, yes, I am. You said it. Yes, I am. I said, yes, I am. Everybody? Yes, I am. Now, I want to get everybody involved in the program here this evening. Let's do something for the country music fans. Well, the country music. Well, my dog left me. My woman left me. Everybody left me. I was way down on my luck. So I went out and bought myself a brand new truck. A self-driving truck, and I named her Daisy May. And that self-driving truck drove herself away. Little hip-hop for all the rap people here tonight. A lot of Drake fans, Dre fans here, Jay-Z fans, a little hip-hop for you. I wrote this short hip-hop track. I wrote it. It's all about the United States National Park System. This is a short hip-hop track. I wrote it. It's all about the United States National Park System. This is a short hip-hop track. About the United States National Park System. Yo, Yosemite. I bought myself an idol with a golden head. I turned it on, I put it right beside my bed. Tell me, Mr. Idol, what do you see? He said all God's children are worshiping me. I've been playing the piano for almost a long time. Ow! Well, I bought myself an idol with a golden head. I turned it on, I put it right beside my bed. Tell me, Mr. Idol, what do you see? All God's children are worshiping me. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to give you an artificial religious experience tonight. I'm just talking about the power of joy, power of working together, power of showing your love to the world, and I know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I always wanted to be a blues musician. But I can't play the blues. Look at me. So for you folks here tonight, this is the world's worst blues song. Got a house in the suburbs, got a beautiful wife, got a happy little family. I love my life, I got the blues. I got the happy blues, y'all. Life's a celebration. It's a jubilation, and I got Prozac. Speaking of the blues, I'm married. I've been married for almost a long time. My wife is a saint. She plays a little game with me every morning. It's called Guess What Mood I'm in Today. true that marriage is an eye-opener. I will give you an example. I'm walking out of the house. I got golf shoes, golf pants, golf hat, golf balls, golf clubs, golf everything. She looks at me and says, "Where do you think you're going?" I look her in the eye and I say, "Woman, I'm going to put this stuff in your garage." Then I'll be back to find out what I was supposed to do today. Because I don't want to argue. I will lose. I'm a man. A man can't win an argument with a woman. It's impossible. A man has an argument in the moment that it takes place. But a woman, she prepares. Yeah, she's done some research. She's got audio tape and videotape and eyewitnesses. Stuff I forgot I did in 2008. Then she says, "Now what do you have to say for yourself?" "I love you." That's emotional duct tape. And I should not make fun of my girl. We've got 2 children. We've got 2 teenagers. 2 teenagers. Satan squared. They always come. "Hey, Dad, Billy's father's a doctor. Tommy's dad's a lawyer. Abigail's father's an accountant. What do you do?" I say, "Son, I make fun of those guys." Last year I wanted to do something special for my girl, so I loaded her up into the smart car. And we took a little trip, just me and my girl. I drove and she slept. She said she was tired. I said, "Why are you tired, girl?" She said, "What?" Never mind, girl. On the United States-Canada border, after 14 hours, I had what the religious of mine might refer to as an epiphany. As if the good Lord himself came down and said, "Taylor Mason, it's time to wake your wife in the way a comedian might wake his wife." 3 o'clock in the morning in a pitch black forest. I pulled up in front of a tree. I hit the bright lights. And I said, "Honey, look out, look out, look out, oh no!" And we had an argument. Guess who won? 2 cars in my drive, a big screen TV. I can't believe all the good things that keep on happening to me. People, I got the blues. I got the happy blues, y'all. I got the life is a celebration. It's a jubilation. I'm so glad I can come to Rosewood Church and be with you tonight. Blues. We've got an hour and a half to go. So, yeah, look at everybody. Are you serious? Honey, did you order this? Who is this? Who is this? I think about now would be a good time. Neil, go ahead. The lights are bright, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. I told him we could afford them, but I don't know. It would depend on the offering. So Wait a couple days for the check clears.
No,
I'd like to ask the ushers to come forward, and we're going to take an offering at this time. We appreciate anything that you can give. Don't go to the restroom. Make sure you're in your seats. Before we start, let's pray. Gracious and loving Father, what a joy it is to be here in your presence. And we thank you, O God, for the gift of laughter. Lord, we know, Lord, that cheerful heart does do us good like a medicine. And Father, we thank you for this time we get to spend. Lord, thank you for your amazing grace and love that shines over us each day. Lord, thank you for all the gifts that you give us. And as we return a portion back to you, may you bless both the gift and the giver. In Christ's name, amen. Amen.
He was not given a scholarship. He is not wanted. Yet there he is. It's kind of like some guy with a headband shows up at your church and tries to do a comedy show. I played against a bunch of players who were really good, and I played against some coaches who were amazing. In fact, when I was a fourth-year senior, I played
The Ohio State University. Which one? The Ohio State University. Wait a minute. Which Ohio State University was it? It was the Ohio State University. Not to be confused with the Ohio State University. Warming up in the horseshoe at the end of Memorial Stadium, here came this little gnome-like creature walking toward me. Who was it? It was the living legend himself, the icon, the man who put blue collar together, made Columbus, Ohio, a hot spot for blue chip athletes. It's Woody Hayes. There he is, right in front of me. He looks at me, I look at him. He says, "You're a Big Ten football player?" I immediately go down on one knee and pray, "Dear God, do not let me play in this game. Do not let me play in this game." I don't play, we lose by 30. All right. Fast forward 1 year to my last season as a University of Illinois walk-on football player who actually played. Fourth quarter at Ohio State University, we're only down 17. For us, we're in the game. I push number 24, Clifford Demler, out of bounds, and there, standing right in front of me, right there, is Woody Hayes. Black baseball cap with the red O, black windbreaker, red O, white open collar shirt, and a clipboard. So I say, "Yeah, I guess I am a Big Ten football player." It looks to me like I just pushed your boy out of bounds. Huh! I turn to run back on the field. Woody Hayes chases me like a third of the way, screaming words that even my uncles have never heard. Game over, we lost by 46. Byron Cato, this Easter Island of a human being, comes over to me and says, "Man, I don't know what you said to Coach, but I've never seen him like this. Get out of here." So I run to the locker room, get back to Illinois safely. Whew. It's a month later. Me and Dad are in the basement watching a college football game on TV. It's a bowl game. It's the holidays. Hey, look, it's the Gator Bowl. And it's Ohio State versus Clemson. Ohio State's winning until this Clemson kid intercepts a pass and he's running down the sideline. Woody Hayes, the living legend of the Ohio State University, jumps off the sideline and tackles the Clemson player. My dad looks at me and says, "What in the world got into him? Who do you think drove Woody Hayes over the edge?" "It was me, Dad." Much of my time at the University of Illinois was spent holding a tackling dummy. Yes, ventriloquism and dummy, it all goes together. Remember also, I grew up on a pig farm. Okay, are you ready? So the first thing that I ever worked with, come here, get out of here, sorry. The first thing that my grandmother, yes, for some it's a pig, for the rest of you I know it's your lawyer. Oh please, I'm not saying that all lawyers are pigs. I'm not saying that all swine are counselors at law. That is not my point. I'm saying this one passed the bar.
Hola, señor.
Say hello.
Hola, ¿cómo es?
Let's not go there. Okay, okay.
Sí, señor.
Good. Can we do our thing?
¿Cómo es, señor?
Stop it. Let's do our thing. This is the audience.
Encantar la audiencia.
Papa,
Sí.
let's do our thing. Stop it. Papa,
Sí.
I do not speak Spanish.
You don't know, but I do.
Yes.
I think you're going too crazy, señor.
No, no, no. Say hello.
Hola.
No. Say hello.
Hola.
Do you know how to say the word hello?
Sí.
Say hello.
Hola.
No. Hello.
Hola.
It's great to be able to speak two languages.
Gracias.
Tonight we're going to speak English. Let's use the word hello in a sentence.
Okay, señor.
My name is Taylor Mason. Hello. Now it's your turn.
What do I do?
Use the word hello in a sentence.
Okay. Let me think.
Okay. Think of a sentence that you have got it. All right. Share your sentence.
I love to eat hello.
No, you don't.
See,
When was the last time you ate hello?
breakfast.
Breakfast. You had a little breakfast hello.
See, What flavor? Lemon. Lemon. Lemon hello. See.
You have lemon hello.
See.
I'm talking about the word hello. H-E-L-L-O.
No. J-E-L-L.
Get out. Because in Spanish, the letter J. Let's just do the jokes.
They call it hoax.
Will you stop this? Do you know where we are?
No,
We're in Florida.
I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. What's wrong with Florida?
Barbecue.
Okay.
I can smell my cousin Ramon.
Okay. There's so much more in the great state of Florida than just barbecue. Football. They love football.
My father is a football. The Jacksonville Jaguars keep dropping him and dropping him and dropping him. I'm sorry, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, all right. That is not what this night is about.
No,
No, we're in a wonderful church.
Christians, yeah.
Okay. You have a problem with Christians?
They're always hungry.
Oh, come on. That's a stereotype. That is not even a joke. That's a stereotype. Who are your favorite people in all of Florida?
That's easy, the Jewish people.
The Jewish people.
They leave me alone.
Okay. These Christians. Okay.
You see, there's a walking, talking sausage.
Okay. All right. That was not meant to be a slur, by the way. If you're not familiar, as a rule, Jewish people do not eat pork.
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay.
I mean, thank you, Jesus.
All right. All right. Don't stop it. There's a story in the Bible, to bring everything full circle, there's a story in the Bible where Jesus cast out demons into swine.
Or lawyers, whatever you want to call it.
We're going to stand right here.
I will try, senor.
Just stand there.
I will try. Use the water bottle to give me balance.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stare at that man.
When I was a senior in high school, I went to my guidance counselor, Mr. Owens. He said, Taylor, you've got great grades. Thank you, Mr. Owens. I have big dreams. He said, good, that's good, young man. He was a dynamic counselor. He said, Taylor, you could do anything. What do you want to do with your life? I said, sir, I want to be a professional ventriloquist. That's exactly the response I got. He sat in silence and stared at me. Ventriloquism is considered very, very hackneyed, old-fashioned. You know, when my parents were little, there was the #1 act in the world was a ventriloquist on the radio. It was during the Great Depression. It says a lot about our country. The Great Depression as a ventriloquist was working on the radio. Yes. I always have to explain everything because it's 2019 and anything you can say today will be used against you in some way, and everything is open for interpretation, most of it negative. So, I'm going to try to clear all that up before I even go on with the next portion of my program. This is my friend Romeo. I'm explaining it this way. This part right here, this middle part, the torso, is a Clorox bottle. Nothing to be afraid of. It's the 64-ounce Clorox bottle. It used to have a handle on the back. The handle is removed. My arm, even though it's humongous, fits inside the Clorox bottle. The top is shaved off. My arm is inside. It's covered with terry cloth and furniture foam. Yes, it's kind of theater of the mind. So maybe that's why ventriloquism worked on the radio. The hair on his head, what's up, girl? Okay. The hair
York City? Okay. This is Bev. Leave her alone. What's up, Bev? Okay. We're in a church. You meet a beautiful woman. You want to impress her? I already did. Okay. As a Christian, what do you say to her? Girl, I think you got one of my ribs. Okay.
That's a Christian pickup line. Okay. How are you?
We're in Florida. Okay. Anna Island's gorgeous down here, man. Yes. The clothes Romeo is wearing is from a store called The Gap.
That's right.
My kids are writing a book. It's called The Puppet Wears Gap, We Wear Target. That's good. Nice group. Romeo and I have been together for many, many years. You've had a lot of jobs.
We sure have.
Share with me some of the gigs you've had.
I was a voodoo doll.
A voodoo doll.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as a voodoo.
I was a voodoo doll.
Really?
Twist my leg.
That? Yep. That doesn't hurt.
Not me. Some guy in Kentucky is going nuts with it. Look at his testicles. All right. Biodegradable.
Okay. Where else have you worked?
Disney World.
You worked at Disney World.
It was awesome.
What did you do there?
I was in the It's a Small World After All show.
Really?
Yeah,
What did you do in the It's a Small World After All show?
I did this. $6 billion a year and they can't get the voice to sync with the mouth. What a Mickey Mouse operation.
Where else have you worked?
I worked at Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah,
What did you do?
everyone's going to work at Walmart sooner or later. Even insurance salesmen. You wouldn't write me the policy.
Okay.
I don't need a benefit.
All right, all right.
I can't die.
All right. Romeo, stop. What did you do at Walmart?
I was in the children's department
The children's department.
at Walmart. Hold on my leg, I did this. I still have the anti-theft device on my shirt.
The anti-theft device is
It's still here.
where?
On the shirt, on the inside.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Look at it.
Oh, that's right.
Look at the sale.
Okay.
See how much it is?
Oh, that's wild. It's not a number.
No.
It's a word. It says share. Okay.
I think, Dale,
All right, all right.
you owe me a lot of money.
All right. Where was your last couple job? Detroit, Motown,
General Motors.
You worked at GM?
I was a crash test dummy.
You were a crash test dummy.
And I failed the crash test.
How do you fail a crash test?
They sit you in the car, right? They say it looked natural as you drive into the brick wall at 110 miles an hour. I kept doing this. I couldn't get insurance either, Dale.
All right. Any job in the world, buddy. Any job at all. If you could have it, what would it be?
Golf announcer.
What?
Golf announcer.
You want to be a golf announcer?
Yeah.
Why?
They don't work.
What do you mean by that?
All they do is whisper. They make no effort at all.
Do you know why they whisper?
They don't want to wake the people who are watching them.
are nice people. I love this group. They're very nice people. A lot of them live here full time. Really, yeah, a lot of people are down here during the winter and then they go back. Oh, that's smart. Yes, it is. Good looking dude here on the aisle. John 1, 2, 3, 4th pew back on the aisle right there, blue shirt. Good looking dude. What's your name, sir?
Chuck.
What is it?
Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. Nice guy. Yep. Where you from, Chuck? Where do you live?
Here on the island half the year, and in Illinois the other half.
Illinois, yeah. Oh, so, yeah, okay, good. Where in Illinois?
Rockford.
Rockford, northern Illinois, yeah. Yeah, up in Wisconsin, yeah. What do you do for a living, Chuck? Turn up your hearing aid, Chuck. What do you do for a living? You're retired? No. All right. And of course, you're spending half the year in that great retirement area known as Rockford, Illinois. What did you, when you were working on, did you do?
Building maintenance.
Building maintenance. There's somebody in the service business. Service business, helping people out. Do you get it? I understand. A nice man. Thanks for talking to me, Chuck. I'm not real. Oh, Mr. Puppet. Okay. Oh, it's building maintenance. All right. Does the heating unit talk? Okay, oh, Chuck, make me hot. All right. You've got a great sense of humor, Chuck. Thanks for playing along. One night, I was doing my act in a comedy club. I don't always get to work in front of such gracious folks. One night I'm in a comedy club in Los Angeles called the Improv. Doing my act. There's a man sitting there heckling. I'm here. Romeo, my partner, is here. Romeo's here. I'm here. Heckler there. These two had an argument. As if I wasn't there.
He was yelling, but not at me. I'll meet you outside after the show.
I'm trying to keep my act going, so I have him talk back to the guy. All right, I'll go with you, but you have to carry me. And things like that. The show was going down the tubes, and I panicked, and I said, sir, will you take it easy? You're ruining my act. He says, you shut up. I'm talking to him. Like living in a Far Side cartoon. And the man, who just, you know, he will not be quiet. He runs up on stage, runs past me as if I'm not there, runs over to Romeo, seriously, grabs his head. Ow, sorry. He decapitates Romeo, rips the head out of the Clorox bottle, takes the puppet head, just the head, and throws it. Romeo's head, just the head, is flying through the air. Being good at what I do, I had the presence of mind to make the head go, so I got a good joke out of it, right? And Chuck, you're a good guy to play along like that, thank you. I call these jokes to go. For the millennials, these are free downloads. Next time you're clicking through the channels and you come to the Home Shopping Network, there's always a 1-800 number scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Call that number, but do this. Look, oh, Home Shopping Network, can I help you? No, I'm just looking. Joe, she can take home, all right? For this group here, on behalf of Chuck, and that's your wife you're sitting next to? Good. I'm sorry?
Just half a year.
Just half a year. Sometimes the audience is funnier than I am. Sometimes not.
Winter's over, you're back in Illinois at the fair, county fair, state fair, go to the fair with somebody who's not here. Before you go to the fair, get a big, heavy 2-pound bolt. Put it in your pocket, go to the fair, get on the Ferris wheel. You've already done this. You're on the Ferris wheel, you're going around and around. Okay, you'll finally stop at the top. Tell the people on the bottom, get on the Ferris wheel. That's when you take out the bolt, drop it, then pick it up and say, I wonder where this came from. Now you might have to set that up a little bit and get the cart shaking, right? And then say things, you know, just to set the moment, right? Character arc. Boy, we are way up here. This does not feel well made in any way, shape, or form. I've done it twice to my wife and it worked both times. This group, next time you order Domino's pizza, make sure you're getting Domino's pizza. Call Domino's, order 1 pizza, hang up. Call Domino's, order 1 pizza, hang up. Do that 10 times. Wait 30 minutes. There will be 10 Domino's pizza delivery men lined up right outside your front door. Push the first one. If they're really Domino's, next time you go bowling, take a small black marble to the bowling alley with you. Take the marble over to the machine where they wash bowling balls. Put the marble in the ball washing machine, and this is critical, call the assistant manager. Hey! You shrank my ball! Come on back up here. Good girl, you're nice people.
She's checking me out.
Okay.
Girl,
All right.
where's Chuck's wife?
Right there.
Girl,
All right.
on the other half of the year, girl.
All right. Why would she be interested in you?
I'm the ideal man.
You're the ideal man?
I got a job, okay, I don't use, okay, girl, you put your hand in my head, I'll agree with that.
He's so desperate to meet a girlfriend, he went to online dating.
Don't do this.
Romeo,
Don't do this.
Romeo went to online dating.
I hate you.
Did you or did you not go to Match.com?
You know I did.
There's an online web dating service called Match.com. Doesn't work. Yes, it does. It works for many people, not for me. Match.com does not work. Shush. It's a dating service. They put you with people. You have a lot in common.
It does not work.
You are such a crap. You are a cynic. Did you go to Match.com?
You know I did.
You put your name, Romeo. You put your race,
Mannequin American. They didn't get that joke at the Ohio State University.
Match.com, Romeo, Mannequin American. What did you put for occupation?
Pyromaniac. Looking for a match. Oh, God. I got 100 emails from girls in Rockford, Illinois.
So, did they put you,
It didn't work.
they obviously
We had a date. It didn't work out.
you were so judgmental. So you didn't like her?
Not at all. Why not? She had tattoos.
Oh, she had a tattoo?
Yes.
So what?
Literally.
What did the tattoo say?
Made in China. On and off. I kept turning her on. She was,
Okay, Romeo. Did you have any good experiences?
I did.
Okay, well now we're getting somewhere. So you met someone.
It was good.
Yeah? You bonded?
Soulmates.
You made a real connection with somebody.
Like we'd known each other pre-assembly.
Really?
That's why what I said. First Sunday. Jeez, listen to the jokes, folks. Okay.
So where did you meet this lovely woman?
In a restaurant.
You met her there?
I was waiting for her.
She walked in the door?
I knew her right away.
And what did you say?
I know. Oh, no, the Christian.
Do not do anything sacrilegious. We're in the house of the Lord.
She didn't like me.
A Christian wouldn't like you because you're sacrilegious.
I told her I could tweet the Bible.
Tweet the Bible.
Yes.
You cannot tweet the Bible.
I did it.
It's impossible.
It's
A tweet is 182 characters.
So,
The Bible's thousands of pages.
so,
You can't take that and make it into that.
I did it.
Okay, wise guy. Tweet the 10 Commandments.
One word, don't.
Do the book of Revelation.
2 words, uh-oh.
Okay, wise guy. A story in the Bible.
Like what?
Abraham marries his sister.
Rednecks of the Old Testament.
27 years ago,
This is a good story.
Romeo and I were on a TV show called Star Search.
This is a good story.
We won $100,000.
The money is gone, don't ask.
In those days, they did not have these great microphones. In 1991,
Explain the whole thing.
I'm going to. If you ever watch reruns of the old Tonight Show,
Carson and McMahon, God rest their souls.
if you ever watch reruns of the old Tonight Show, you will see the shadow of a microphone just like this on a boom over their heads. And you'll see the shadow go across the show. It'll go across the faces of Johnny Carson,
The host,
and Ed McMahon,
the host.
and the microphone goes back and forth, and you see the shadow of it sometimes.
This is so good.
We fly out to rehearse for Star Search
This is funny.
on the same set, and it's a nightmare.
It's a disaster.
It's awful. They can hear me perfectly, no problem, but whenever Romeo talks, there's no sound.
Total lie.
The boom microphone operator was moving the microphone.
We gave him 20 minutes to figure it out. He's a voter. Okay. And a graduate of the Ohio State University.
That is obnoxious. That is about, I am so tired.
I'm footloose. And I wonder what happened to the voodoo guy in Rockford.
All right.
No, they like me. No!
Back in the bag.
No! Dad, you gotta come in here, girl.
All right.
No! Back in the bag. You're mean. Back in the bag. Real Christian. Ow! Damn, I need insurance. Chuck, I need a building manager.
This is how I travel with my friends.
Senor?
Yes.
No. No, senor. Hey, look. Taken.
Okay. Believe it or not, this fits in the overhead bin on international flights and some domestic flights. The problem is, of course, when you come back into the States, say from London, JFK Airport, going through customs, the old TSA, Transportation Security Administration, TSA. In my world, TSA stands for Taylor Searched Aggressively. This bag goes into the customs x-ray machine and stops for a long time at JFK Airport in New York. The head guy comes out. Excuse me, whose bag is this? It's my bag. Sir, I need to ask you, is there anything in this bag I should know about before I open it? I can't think of anything. Why don't you go ahead and open it up and see what happens? So when he opens the bag, I do this.
Hey, how you doing?
But it's New York City, so the guy says, you know, I'm not doing bad, man. Well, you've just been a wonderful group to work for. I'm so pleased that you came out tonight. Thank you. I've got another gig in July, so by the time I get to Palmetto, yeah, gosh, I don't know. I do not sell anything after the show, but if you had a good time tonight, I do have a book out. I wrote a book about my life. It's called Taylor Mason, Irreversible. That's the title of it. And you can find it. It's everywhere at Amazon.com. If you're really interested, it's only $3.99 for the digital download book. Taylor Mason, Irreversible. Yeah, I'm a child. You know, for these young people over here, you don't know what it was like when I was your age. But growing up in the 70s, all they played on the radio was 70s music. And you could not understand the singers. To this day, when I hear the Doobie Brothers on Sirius XM Radio 70s channel, Michael McDonald always sounds like this. You don't know that when you're wrong. Watch what I do. We're all in this together. Might as well share some laughs. Might as well have a good time with a little bit of time that we have. So many people help me out here this evening, but nobody helped me out more than my new friend Dale, sitting right over there. He does insurance. Give Dale a round of applause. His part-time wife in the ground. I don't want to be famous, and I'm no celebrity. I gotta play in places just like this, so I can see you, and you can see me. And I don't know what that's worth, but every night I see the greatest show on earth. God works through people, and the people, they do the show for me. I never worked with this gentleman here until tonight. He made me sound professional, which is not easy to do. His name is Alan. He never gets any love. He's all the way in back by himself in that little booth. They never let him out. Give down a round of applause. We came in as strangers. Now we're all good friends. It makes me wish that a gig like this would never, 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 never end. I've seen something you can't see, the greatest show that could ever be. Cause the audience put on a show for me. If you had a good time tonight, my name is Taylor Mason. If you didn't have that much fun tonight, my name is Jimmy Kimmel. Now it's over. There's nothing left to say. The only things that we keep in this life are the things we give away. I don't know what that's worth, but every night I see the greatest show on earth. When the audience, when my audience, when this audience does the show for me.
Hey, he joked about going to Palmetto, and it's going to be till July till he gets. I live in Palmetto, dude. You know how long it's going to take me to get there? Thank you for coming out tonight. Really quick, couple things. Our last winter worship of the season will be Saturday, April 6th. In Character Drama Team, their theater department, is coming here on Saturday at 7 o'clock, April 6th. We hope you can make it. Also, another thing. 10, if I could get 8 to 10 people to come up here who have more strength than smarts. We've got to get this keyboard out and get all the things ready for worship, get the stage back set up for Sunday. Okay, so if I can get 8 to 10 people, that would be wonderful to come meet me up here. It'll take 5 minutes. The more people we have, the easier it will be. Thank you. God bless you. Have a great night.